I started my club experience at the F.H. Buell Club in Sharon, Pennsylvania. Started with swim lessons at the age of 5. It's very vivid in my mind. I can still remember the first day walking through the doors, and the doors seemed like they were 20 feet tall. Worked in the movement for officially as a volunteer and as a professional staff person 37 years. I think being able to coach and mentor young professionals that are coming up through the movement, but also working with them, and a number of them going on to become CEOs of Boys and Girls Clubs. I think it's significant, but also seeing kids graduate from high school and then graduate from college. Those two things really, I think, really drive me in the process of being able to help people on both ends, on the professional end and also on the kid side of having them achieve and become young adults and responsible. You know, when I was coming up through the movement, I would seek out executives that I could talk to at conferences or program people that were outstanding, both at the national, regional, local levels. We've taken our senior team in Detroit on some field trips, and we went to Chicago, Milwaukee, and I had them meet with their peers because I wanted them to learn from two of the best organizations of what they were doing that was great, what we were doing that may have not been so great but could be great. They also had that other person on the other end of the line that was their mentor, whether it be the chief financial officer, development officer, or operations, which is all extremely important. We have 10 locations in Detroit in a 4-county area. We serve over 15,000 kids per year in a 75-mile radius. But having said that, I'm always challenging our staff, should that number be 20,000? Should it be 25, 30,000, 35? And if kids are down on the street corner playing basketball, why aren't they in our gymnasium? Our club is right in their neighborhood. It bothers me that those kids aren't at the club. So I'm always challenging them to say that, are our programs exciting? Do the kids know that our programs exist? Are we making school visits? Are we talking to the teachers? Are we talking to the kids? Detroit went through a very difficult time with the 2008 economic collapse. We had they said a recession. We had a depression in Detroit. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of auto workers were laid off. Companies were closing left and right. We experienced a loss in revenue of $2.5 million per year. We countered with cutting our budget by $2.6 million. I'm glad to say that our staff really rolled up their sleeves. They got after it. They helped those kids and families. We've done everything that we can with corporate, individual support, government support, anything that we could do to help those kids, we did. And I'm glad to say that I think we've survived. I've been very fortunate to have mentors in my life and throughout my career, but it's so important for every staff person at a Boys and Girls Clubs to give back not only to the kids that they serve, but to their fellow colleagues, of teaching, mentoring, working with them to become the best that they could be. But we all need to help each other, because the experience that those kids have coming into club, hopefully they'll be remembered for years to come, such as myself. My 3 sisters still remember their great experience. All my friends remember their great experience. The alumni that we have in Detroit, over 1,000 members belong to our alumni association. They remember all the great times that they had at the club, and hopefully we're passing that on to others. But to do that, the staff really have to roll up their sleeves, have produced the greatest programs and the most fun the kids can have. Besides all the tough work, we also have to make it fun. I believe every kid should have a Boys and Girls Clubs in every neighborhood throughout the United States and throughout the world.